Hi, I'm Pastor Rebecca Sheridan, one of your Nebraska Synod Directors for Evangelical Mission, and I'm excited to introduce to you today the Quick Check Congregational Vitality and Sustainability Assessment that we're encouraging every one of our Nebraska Synod congregations to complete by the end of this year. You'll find the same questions in this Quick Check on the ELCA Annual Reports Forms A and C for 2016. But rather than rushing through to complete those right before the deadline, we'd like you to take some time as council leadership, as pastors, and as a whole congregation to talk about these questions relating to sustainability and vitality well ahead of the due date. You'll find the process outlined in this Quick Check form. I'm not going to go over that with you today, but I would like to walk you through the process a little bit so you become familiar and are comfortable going through this as a congregational council. Okay, so this is my sample form as pastor of First Lutheran Church of Nebraska, and I've completed it for you. I'm thinking about answering the question for my congregation, how well do these phrases describe my congregation? So worship nurtures people's faith. I thought about a 4, pretty good in the area of worship. And for each of these 15 questions, then I've put an X where I think my congregation is at. Then you go over to this last column and write the number in each of the rows. You total the 15 numbers, and then you're going to divide that by 15, and you do want to write the exact number with the decimal point, as we'll see in just a little bit. As I turn the sheet over, then we're going to answer 2 questions about sustainability. That's around people power, whether you think your congregation has enough energy and leadership to sustain ministry, and then financial resources. So I've indicated I think our people are growing and increasing in leadership. So I indicated that on the number 4, and then financial resources, our finances are declining but still sustainable. Now instead of the average, you'll put the lowest of those numbers in the last column. So I have those 2 numbers, and I'll go down to the vitality and sustainability score chart. And I was at about a 3.87 in vitality and a 2 for sustainability. So I'm going to put a dot right about there, and that's where I think our congregation is at as the pastor. Okay, so once you as an individual have completed your Quick Check, at your next council meeting, share all your responses as a group, and then create a master sheet where you average each person's answer. So let's say I have 7 people total for council and pastor. We'll average the scores, divide by 7 for each of those 17 questions, and create the master sheet, which you'll submit for your ELCA report in 2016. And we encourage you to share that result with your congregation at its annual meeting. Now, what do you do with all this? We encourage you to look at your lowest and highest scores to talk about strengths and weaknesses as a congregation and identify ways to grow in 2016. What are the areas you really want to focus on so that your congregation can be more vital and more sustainable? As directors for Evangelical Mission, we'll be offering some trainings and webinars throughout 2016 where you can focus on some of those things. So look for more information for that as we enter 2016. And thank you for taking time to consider how your congregation can be more vital and sustainable. We are excited to help you grow.